The biggest rivalry game of my lifetime. Because, I'm from Kansas City. Got the Chiefs logo right there. I have waited my entire life to watch this game. I was 4 years old the last time they played this game. I don't remember it. I didn't even like sports whenever I was 4 years old. I was a NASCAR guy. See if you can't tell. See that little car right there? That orange and yellow car? I had that little tiny thing when I was a kid, and I used to smash it into things. That's all I cared about when I was 4 years old, right? Now, I'm a college football guy. If you can't tell, I got a podcast about it, all right? So, KU and Mizzou, probably the most impactful rivalry in my life. There's so many people around Kansas City on both sides. I love this rivalry. This is probably my second favorite rivalry to Ohio State and Michigan, obviously, because Michigan's my team. But I was so excited for this game, and I was not disappointed. Okay, Mizzou won this game 42-31. Jalen Daniels, he had a good game. He looked really good through the air. He was 18 for 30, 223 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. He looked really good through the air. He found Deshaun Hanika quite a few times, 6 catches for 74 yards, and 2 touchdowns. I will say the receivers looked really good for the Jayhawks. Okay, Jalen Daniels looked really good through the air. But if you want a stat that you would have told me before the game, I could have bet my life on Mizzou winning this game. KU had 3 rushing yards. 3 rushing yards. They didn't play that bad on offense. They were still able to score 31 points. But the defense gave up big plays after big plays after big plays. And Jalen Daniels had nothing on the ground. He had like 20, 30 yards, somewhere around there. Not good. Not good. I think if you give the ball to Jalen Daniels late in that game, and they did, I just think it was too late. I think they needed to do it earlier in the fourth quarter or late in the third quarter. Just let Jalen Daniels take over the game. He has that ability to do that. He has the experience to do that. This is his 6th year. He has the legs to do that. Give him the ball. Whether it's in space, whether it's throwing the ball, let him do what he can do. And I think he could have won that game for you, especially on the ground. 3 rushing yards is just completely horrible for KU. There's no reason to have 3 rushing yards, okay? They've got to get that cleaned up. They have to figure out how to run the ball because the key for them to win games is running the ball. Jalen Daniels' legs. He has to be able to win games for them, and he didn't do that. Looking forward for KU, I mean, again, they didn't look that bad, right? Like, I would have them above K-State right now. I think they're better than K-State, which you don't get to say very often. But I think they're probably a top 5 or 6 team right now. I think they have the ability to compete for the Big 12, not the ACC, for the Big 12. They should be good. I just don't think they'll be able to scale against the better teams, against a Baylor or an Iowa State or an Arizona State, especially if they can't run the ball. The defense, again, wasn't that bad. It's just they gave up a ton of big plays. I mean, Bo Pribula had 30 for 39, 334 yards through the air with 3 touchdowns. That was one of the most impressive quarterback performances I've seen in a long time, just because Bo Pribula is known for his legs. He beat KU through the air, 334 yards and 3 touchdowns. Just an insane game, right? He was hitting big plays after big plays after big plays. I mean, Jamal Roberts, 13 carries, 143 yards and touchdown. Ahmed Hardy, 25 carries, 112 yards, another touchdown. That's two guys over 100 yards rushing. Not good from KU's defense. You can't allow that. You can't allow 2 guys to be over 100 yards. But you got to give props to Mizzou as well. I mean, that's impressive. To have 2 guys capable of doing that against a Power 4 team, especially against a rival like that, that's impressive. Kevin Coleman, the wide receiver, they found their number 1 receiver. He had 10 catches, 126 yards, and a touchdown. Bo Pribula has his number 1 guy. And I think that is scary for SEC teams coming up. If Bo Pribula can play like that all season long, they could compete for the SEC. Not because I think that they're one of the best teams in the SEC, because they have one of the easiest schedules in the SEC. They don't go away from home until mid-October. They are at home at Fairfield Field until mid-October. People will have Halloween decorations up. I will have Halloween decorations up before Mizzou plays an away game this year. They have one of the easiest games easiest schedules in the SEC. They have a prime opportunity here for Eli Drinkwitz, for Bro Perbula, and for the Missouri Tigers. They have a shot to go to the SEC championship game just because of how easy the schedule is. The running game looked really good. I mean, again, 2 guys over 100 yards. The defense came up huge. Again, they only allowed 3 rushing yards. I know KU, you get 3 yards. You're obviously doing something wrong. But, you got to give some props to Mizzou, right? To hold a team to 3 rushing yards, a team like Kansas, who's known for running the ball, to 3 rushing yards. Give all the props in the world to Mizzou, all the props in the world to Eli Drinkwitz, and getting that defense ready for them. They looked great. They looked like one of the best defenses in the SEC. Granted, it's Kansas, but Kansas is good now. This gave me a headache yesterday. I had friends from my KU side texting me that Lance Leipold needed to be fired. Are we serious? Are we serious? Are we serious? Do they not realize that they were winning, begging to win 3 games 10 years ago? To win 3 games? They beat a top 10 Oklahoma 2 years ago? Did you know that happened? Yes, everyone knows that happened. And you want to fire that guy who's taking you to bowl games? You know how badly KU wanted to go to a bowl game 10 years ago? That was the end game goal was to be able to go to a bowl game, to get 6 wins, to be 500. That program was abysmal 10 years ago. Lance Leipold now has them in a situation to where they wanted to beat Mizzou. They thought that they could beat Mizzou. 10 years ago, that wasn't even a question. They were lucky this game was not played 10 years ago. Lucky that this game was not played. Because, man, there would have been riots. There would have been fights. There would have been so many issues if they played this game because Mizzou would have dominated for 10 years straight. Going forward, I do like KU again. I think that they're going to be a decent competitor in the Big 12. Maybe not in the top end, but they should be all right. I think Mizzou is going to compete for the SEC title game. I don't think they'll win it because I don't think that they're a top team. I don't think their roster's as good. But if Bo Perbula can do what he did this weekend, they're going to be just fine.